I failed my goals in 2022 and I thought I'd be much better in 2023, but on reflection, I failed them again. Yet, then when I went back and thought about what I'd achieved during 2023, I realised I'd actually achieved a lot and made a lot of progress to where I want to get to, which made me really start to think, is the way I've been setting goals right for me? And I don't think it is. And that's why I'm making a dramatic change to how I approach goal setting in 2024. To explain this, I have to look at how I was actually doing my goals in 2023. So in 2023, I had a spreadsheet where I was tracking my goals each week, seeing the progress I was making. What I quickly realised is if I wasn't achieving something or a goal started to look like it was too far out of reach, I would just stop focusing on it. Now we've got to the end of the year, I look back and realise I had 11 goals set and I'm only going to hit 2 of them. So this sounds like a dramatic failure. And I want to dive into this further to actually look at, well, what went wrong and did it actually go wrong? The YouTube subscriber goal was the thing I was most public about. I said I wanted to get to 10,000 subscribers before the end of the year, and I'm going to just miss that goal. As you can see at the time of recording this, which is just before the end of the year, we're on about 9,600 subscribers. So close, considering we started the year at only 3,100. And I'd been doing YouTube by that stage for I think over 2.5 years. So I've made a dramatic leap in 2023, but I still didn't quite get to that goal. So technically, yes, I failed it, but I'm really proud of the progress I made. I was able to put out a lot of consistent content, bar one little patch there where I got really busy. So overall, it's been a great year from YouTube. So would I really mark that as a failure? No, I don't think so. The other one was a revenue goal I set for my business. So I'm going to, again, fall short by that by only a few $1,000s. But then when I would look back on revenue, I was 30% up on the prior year. So a dramatic increase. So definitely a tick. I've achieved a lot there, which is more growth than what I achieved in the prior year. But did I hit the actual goal I set? No. And it's what made me really go, is setting goals like that actually beneficial for me? I wanted a better way to do this. And I discovered the method of habit tracking. And actually started to implement this in early December 2023 here. So using Notion, I built a little bit of a habit tracker. I copied bits and pieces from other templates I found online and started tracking some daily habits. Now these habits have changed a little bit over those few weeks, but all of a sudden I achieved way greater results than what I'd been doing previously. And the biggest example of this is books. One of my goals for 2023 was to read 12 books for the year, 1 a month. And we came into December on 0 books. In fact, I'd barely even read a page of a book. It just didn't happen. I thought, I've got time to catch them up. And all of a sudden it got 3/4 of the way through a year. I had realised I hadn't started any and didn't worry about it. Then when I started tracking this habit of read for 30 minutes a day, all of a sudden I've now finished 4 books in December alone. So I realised by having a daily habit of reading, it isolated into just read for 30 minutes a day. I realised, why do I need to read 12 books or 24 books or 100 books? Why not just aim to read for 30 minutes a day? By creating that habit, it started to go, if I missed yesterday, it doesn't matter, today's a fresh day, I can read my 30 minutes today. And all of a sudden, I started to go, I enjoy getting these things done because I know by achieving these few habits I set, I'm working towards more long-term aspirations of mine. I want to read because I want to level up my knowledge, and by doing it each day, it's forming a habit that's becoming easier and easier for me to keep on top of. So I've decided to set 4 habits, which I'm going to be tracking through Notion. So the first of those is to drink a certain amount of water per day. I want to drink enough water and make sure that I'm keeping myself hydrated. Pretty simple health one. That leads into my second health one, which is just exercise once a day. When I aim for 30 minutes of exercise once a day, I've been really good at that in December. In fact, I was really good at it through the first 3 to 6 months of 2023, and then I dropped off when I got busy. So I'm hoping by tracking this as a daily habit rather than an overall goal, it will allow me to keep doing it as many days as I can. The next one is related to the books, which I've already talked about. So I want to read for 30 minutes per day. And then the final one is around screen time. So I want to avoid any screen time 30 minutes before I go to bed and avoid any screen time until I get out of bed. Because I know there's too many times where I wake up in the middle of the night, go to the toilet, and then I'm checking my phone. Or when I first wake up in the morning, I'm scrolling through Facebook. I want to make sure that I'm not using my phone when I'm in bed. Now, I think the great thing about doing this as a daily habit thing is if I miss a few days, it doesn't matter because I can start back. And obviously my goal is to hit these habits as many days as I can. But if I miss a day, I'm not going to be super stressed about it. I'm really excited to see what I achieve by doing these things overall. Obviously, these things can lead into greater things, like how many books will I actually get through for the year? What will my overall health be throughout the year? Am I getting better quality sleep? These are all things that I think will happen by doing these 4 daily habits. Within my business, I'm trying to set habits of doing things on a routinely basis. One of these things is by sending out my weekly email list, which you can join in the description to this video, where I'm sending out free tax tips every single week. And because it's a habit of mine that I'm going to be tracking, you can be guaranteed you are going to get this every single week throughout 2024. Another habit that I'm trying to bring into the business is making sure I'm hitting the social posts that I want to do. So it's that 1 video a week on YouTube, 2 weeks during the busy time. I want to make sure I'm splitting up some of my content I'm doing on YouTube and expanding into other forms of social media, such as bringing these into Instagram posts, or maybe putting out some Twitter or X threads. I want to be able to track these things, and again, breaking it down into really simple, going, how many posts do I want to do a week? Did I do them? Tick, move on to the next week, rather than setting overall numbers. And then the last habit I want to do is bring my email inbox down to 0 every single day. It's something I've been reading about a lot online lately and watching a lot of YouTube videos. So I really love this concept of inbox 0. It means that every email is actioned then and there. So maybe it's just added to my to-do list to do later. Maybe I need to actually put it in my calendar because it's going to require a fair bit of chunk of time. Maybe it's just a quick reply. I can send off an email straight away. Or maybe it was just for me to read and I can flow it into a folder if I ever need to reference it later. By doing this, I'm going to be getting a clearer idea of what's important and when does it need to be done. This, of course, leads into me being able to provide a better service for my clients because I'm going to be more on top of things in 2024. Now, within the business, I am going to quite dramatically change how I'm tracking some overall things. So we're going to be trying to bring in a bit of an objectives and key results thing. So I'm going to have overarching objective, and these are the things that I'm trying to aim for within the business. So I'll bring them up here, and again, I'm tracking all of this through Notion. So we have systems that make it easy for all team members. We made lots of profit, but only when it's from deserved value. We innovate our product, service, and offering. The business runs smoothly at all times of the year, especially tax time. We make incredible free content that helps people every week. We always deliver quality products and service to our clients. So I know if I can achieve all of these things, I'm going to have a business that I love and that I know is providing real value. Within these, I do have a whole bunch of key results that I won't go through, but these key results are all heavily linked to the objectives. So I know there are minor things that I do want to tick off. Within business, I don't want to completely remove having goals, but I want them to all come back to what are the objectives of the overall business, to make sure anything we're doing is related to those objectives. And those objectives all fall into the philosophy of what I'm aiming for this business, and that is for it to be a company that values its people and clients, a company that provides real value to every client, and a company that if you worked at it, you would recommend it to a friend to work there. They are the goals of the overall business. They feed into the objectives, which feed into the key result. I'm really excited to see what I achieve in 2024, but I just want to thank each and every one of you that have watched any of the videos during 2023. As we said, the subscriber growth has grown massively. There's been more views than ever on the channel before, and I really want to thank you for all of that. Something I was excited to achieve in 2023 was the launch of my first ever course. So you can check out this video I did talking about that course, and if you are interested in starting a business in 2024, I'd love for you to go and check that out. But overall, thank you, and I look forward to 2024.